My issue with Aaron is that there's a difference between opinion and fact. You can destroy your credibility as a scholar if you wish. And everyone that died is because of Hamas, Hamas. Stop blaming Israel. You know the problem is not Israel. There is almost no electricity in any of the Arab world except what Israel provides Gaza. It is an act of charity. They should have built their own power plants. They shouldn't be dependent on Israel. Israel has been extraordinarily kind to Gaza.
There's a lot to respond to. There was an election in Gaza.
2006.
The people of, yes. And what happened
20 years ago, there was an election for 4 years.
Excuse me.
And they haven't allowed
I
elections.
didn't interrupt you, Rabbi. I didn't interrupt you. There was an election. The people in the West Bank and Gaza voted for Hamas. And how did Israel and the U.S. respond? Not being generous to Gaza, as Rabbi Shmuley falsely claimed, putting it under an inhumane, crippling siege, depriving it of all the basics people needed to survive. Even certain types of hummus were banned from entering Gaza. That's the benevolent Israeli occupation that Rabbi Shmuley wants us to believe in. Israel subjected Gaza under Hamas's control to a criminal blockade, preventing the very reconstruction materials that Gaza would need to build the electricity. They bombed Gaza's power plants, took it offline. They've destroyed the water infrastructure well before October 7th. The basics that Gazans need to live have been denied to them. An Israeli minister famously said, we're going to put the people of Gaza on a diet, by which he meant we're going to allow in just enough food so that people can survive without a full-blown starvation crisis. So if you want to know why Gaza has not built up the infrastructure that it needs to survive, the answer is the Israeli occupation. Even before October 7th, the UN was warning that within a few years, Gaza would not be livable because of the inhumanity of the siege. So there's your answer. You can criticize Hamas. There's plenty to criticize there. My friends who live in Gaza are not fans of Hamas. They would love to have somebody different. But I'm not going to hold occupied people accountable for the crimes of their occupiers. And unless you understand that Gaza has been subjected to a criminal blockade as part of one of the world's longest running and cruelest military occupations in the world, we're not going to be able to resolve this conflict.